Hey, this is Kerry Sullivan with another How to Kick Ass in Sales.com video, and today I'm making a very special video for Ramon Vigiani and the great people at Universal Toyota in San Antonio, Texas. So Ramon told me that the people at Universal Toyota in San Antonio are awesome people, and he said, can you make us a video? And I said, absolutely. So I'm gonna make this video. My name is Kerry Sullivan. What I do is I help people and organizations break sales records. That's it. And the reason I focus in on that is because I used to not be very good at sales at all. And what I found out is that conventional wisdom in sales is almost always wrong. And what I discovered was how the top guys in sales are doing things. And that's why I specifically just concentrate on helping people breaking sales records. So I'm gonna give you guys the top 5 things you need to do every single day to go out there and break sales records and be great. Now, consequently, the top 10% of people in sales really go out there and crush it. The rest of the 90% won't do anything. And it's ironic because 90% of you won't even finish watching this video or apply the things in it. But for the 10%, they'll go out there and crush it. And it breaks down in sales like that 90-10 kind of rule like that. So here's the deal. Let's start off with number one. Number one is gonna be concentrate and focus in and put your intentions on breaking records. All right, that is it, breaking records. You know, I raced professionally for a lot of years as a professional triathlete, and one of the things they teach you in sports psychology is you always go for the win. Always go for the win. It's the same thing in sales, right? Because if you focus in on just, I'm just gonna, get one more sale. That's it. You're not gonna do anything different. You're not gonna take any more action. Everything's gonna stay the same. Go out there and focus in on breaking records. And end of the day, it's just as hard, right? It's just as hard to hit your quota versus going out there and crushing it and breaking sales records. And maybe if that sales record is just one more car next month, go out there and try to knock it out even further, because it's gonna make you do things and you start thinking on a different level. You start thinking like a champion, right? You guys start thinking like a champion and start saying that to yourself. How would a champion be thinking, right? So that is number 1 on the tips here. Number 2 is exercise. That's right, physically exercise. It is, look, when you're out there and in sales and you want to break sales records, you have to have all the competitive advantages that you possibly can have. And being physically fit helps you go a long way. There's a great book out there called Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. And it talks about this. Another book called Spark. Right? It gets into all the science about how good exercise is for your body and your mind. You're able to be sharper. You're able to have more energy. You're able to function at a higher level, right? You need those advantages to go out there and break sales records. So get in there and really do things. You know, some of the best sales organizations I've ever been around, they all worked out together. A lot of guys did. They would go to the gym together, or they go bike riding together, whatever it may be. So think about doing that. It'll go far. All right, so that's number 2 on the list. Looking down here, I just want to make sure I give you guys all the stuff that I was talking about here. Number 3 is going out and connecting with people. So one of the things is you got to get awesome referrals coming to you, right? Referrals, just warm leads, people that want to buy from you. So here's what you're going to do. Every meal that you can, every lunch for sure, right? But every meal that you can, breakfast, lunch, dinner, go out and connect with some people. Right? And go out to lunch with old clients, or just people that you know that you haven't contacted in a while, and just go out to lunch with them. Now, you want to do this the correct way, because what happens is most people go out there and, network marketing MLM people are a perfect example of people who usually screw this up like you wouldn't believe. They just start spewing their product all over you and their vitamins and whatever, and both you and I know you're going to end up on the crapper all day because you take them and whatever, right? So don't be like them. All right, make it all about the person that you go out to lunch with, right? Just ask them questions about what they're doing, what's going on with them, and just make them feel good about themselves that way. People love talking about themselves, right? People love talking about themselves. So you're just going to ask them questions, how they're doing and all that. At the end of that meeting, meal, whatever it may be, ask for their business card. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go write them a handwritten note after. And you're gonna put it in the mail. And you're gonna make that note stick out, use a different color pen. You know, get like a felt tip pen, like, you know, a green or a blue, or they've got, you know, all kinds of cool neon like paint pens that you can use or whatever. Go and use those, make it stick out, and just say, hey, it was really great connecting with you today, and hope all goes well with whatever they're into in their life. Personalize it as much as you can, and then put your business card in there and just say, if there's anything I can do to help you in the future, or you know anybody else that needs help, feel free to contact me, and just leave it right there. Okay, and do it like that. If you want to take it one step further, if they're talking about something specifically, maybe they're a golfer, right? Go find a golfing article online, print it out, and send it to them. Be like, hey, you know, we were talking about golf today. I just ran into this. I thought you might like it. Takes things to the next level. It's all about what you can give to them, right? So really focus in on that, and that's a great way to start getting that referral stream going to you long term. Okay, long term, all right? And that's one of the great ways you can start breaking sales records right there. Number 4, other conventional wisdom that's wrong, completely wrong. And they tell you the golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated. Nothing could be further from the truth, okay? Treat people how they want to be treated, right? If someone was bringing me a block of freaking nasty cheese every single day, and I'm not into cheese, right? I would just be like, why are you doing this? Like, oh, well, I love this. This is the best. And they give it to you. You ever got presents like that? And people give you that present just because they like it, but you don't like it? It's the same thing in communication and dealing in sales with people. So how do you communicate with them the way they want to be communicated with? Sorry, mosquito bite. Just got to me there. In the jungle here in Florida, as you can see. But anyway, so here's how you do that. You want to match them, okay? Match their tonality with their voice. If they talk very quiet, don't come roaring at them, right? You got to match them, right? And then anything and use their language back to them as much as possible. If a guy says he wants a bumping stereo system in his car, show him and tell him, and be like, hey, check out this bumping stereo system. Use his language as much as you can back to him. Match their body language as well. If they start off with their arms crossed, cross your arms too. Okay? Just things like that. Match them, match their tonalities, and really go at it like that, right? Really communicate well with people that way, and that'll go a long way as well. Just be aware of what's going on that way, right? I know you can do it. All right. So lastly is the performance journal. All right, this is number 5, the performance journal. All right, and the performance journal is something I picked up from the sports psychologists out there. And what you do is you write your goals every single day in this performance journal and in the present tense. So, for instance, I used to write, I want to be, 2015 USAT national champion, right? Or for your sales goals, it'd be like, for Ramon, let's say he's going to say, I'm going to sell 30 cars. I sell 30 cars a month. It's going to be in the present tense, like you are it right here and now. And if you can write that out with that emotion and that certainty that that is you right here now, that takes things to a whole other level as well, right? And then you're going to write down what you did good after every sales presentation that you do. You're going to write down, or call, you're going to write down what you did good, and then you're going to write down what you need to work on, okay? And then what you're going to do is that thing that you need to work on that didn't go so well in that last sales presentation, you're going to go into your mind and you're going to visualize how you wanted it to go down, all right? And the reason you do that is, this is what top golfers will do. They'll go up and they'll visualize going out and hitting that shot the way they want to hit it. They'll go up and hit the shot, and then sometimes they shank it or whatever, right? So what they'll do then is they'll go back in their mind and they'll replay that shot the way they wanted it to play out, because it's important for you to get as many wins and get in that repetition of winning as much as possible, because the mind can't tell the difference between something that it visualizes or imagines or actually acts out in real life. So it's important to get those habits ingrained in you and start thinking like a champion as much as possible. So if you can execute in your mind that sales call that went down perfectly the way you wanted it to, your mind doesn't know the difference, and you start to get that confidence about you. right? That je ne sais quoi, as they say, right? So that's how you go out and take things to the next level. So if you apply this, like I said, 90% of people won't do this, right? And again, most of those 90% of people aren't the people that go out there and break sales records, right? So if you're serious about breaking sales records, apply this and make it happen. And here's the deal. If you're truly serious about breaking sales records, write your questions down here. Any questions you have, I will help you guys take things to the next level. I like helping good people. Ramon says you people at Universal Toyota there in San Antonio are great people. And so you might be thinking, well, why are you doing this? Well, Zig Ziglar once said, you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. And I believe that. So that's the deal. If you want any more tips, you can go to howtokickassinsales.com and you can sign up, and I'll email you all kinds of good stuff and tips. And I'm more than willing to answer any questions you have and make you guys videos. You just gotta put your information down here below. And in terms of information, I'm talking about just putting your questions down below, and I'll make one for you. So that's it. Let's see you guys go out there and break some records. I know Ramon's up for it. He's leading the way. So let's see if the rest of you guys can keep up and make it happen. So that's it. I'll see you on the next one, and peace and love. Bye-bye.